another Transformers review, and this is another AA haul review. And today we're taking a look at 3 deluxe figures that I picked up at Auto Assembly. As Cyclonus has just fell, so I'll use them as a size comparison later. As you can see, I got Sergeant Kup, or just Kup, Drift, and Blurr. A big shout out to Razzatron, who actually gave me this Blurr as a gift at Auto Assembly. At Auto Assembly. A very big shout out to him. Yeah, so let's take a look at the vehicle modes of each one, and when I talk about the vehicle mode of each one, I'll also do their transformation, apart from Blurr. I'll get into that more later. So let's take a look at Kup. Kup is a very nice pickup truck. As you can see, he has got a nice Autobot logo at the front here, has nice black wheels, and has nice translucent plastic all around, with some like greyish paint plastic on the sides for the wing mirrors, and on the back of their tail lights. On the back here we do see his gun, because his gun does form the other pipe of the vehicle, for the vehicle. And you can see several robot kibble parts underneath the carriage, like the arms and the chest and the head. But all in all, he rolls very well. And also we have got some of that like weird teal green, not teal green, like swamp green inside here. But all in all, he's a very, very nice looking toy. Excuse me while I yawn. Sorry about that. And all in all, he is a nice looking toy. A very, very nice looking toy. So let's go on to the transformation. To start the transformation on Kup, it's very easy, very simple. All you want to do is just literally rotate the arm around, and peg them from the sides, just like that. I got the arms wrong. Typical me, just typical me. And then rotate the arms like so. Yeah, they have to be like that at the moment. And then you want to unpeg the gun and just slide that off, put that off to the side. Next you want to unpeg the legs, fold the feet out with the heel spur. Do the same here, fold, heel spur, and fold. And what you want to do then is get this little side panel here and just rotate that around like so, so it should fit in down the bottom, so it'll help form a kneecap. You want to do the same here on the other side. Just rotate around, and rotate, then rotate around. It doesn't want to do it, it just popped off. I don't want it to pop off. Bad cut, bad cut, bad cut. And then you got the feet. Next, you want to come to the bonnet here and just push it. So you get the chest of the robot and you just push that around, so it literally does rotate outwards. push that around so that literally, so you unpeg this bit, keep the grill so the grill goes to the back, and you push till it locks. And when that happens, you want to fold this in, and then you want to just have it situated at the back, and just unpeg them like that. So out the wheels so they are how you like them. And rotate the arms, so rotate them like that. Oh, off camera. You want to rotate the arms like that if you desire to, because I actually started to think having that as an elbow joint is better off for Kup, and plus you haven't got this covering his arm. That's another cool thing. Yeah, so, and then you want to just somehow bring that fully up, because over another little tab, and there you have Kup in robot mode. Okay, in robot mode, Kup is a very, very nice looking robot. The only gripe I have is the head sculpt. I am planning to pick up the eye gear set because I really do not like that head sculpt. But he has got nice little orange accents on the arms, on his belt type waist piece, and on his kneecaps. He has got some added new silver on his feet that really bring up the figure, and it's really nice how they still incorporated the back of the truck mainly being out of the legs, just like his Generation 1 toy, and I haven't got him around here to show you. I like how the way the figure is actually moulded to how these are made, so they help the chest. That's really, really nicely made and really nicely done as well. The arms are done very nicely. We have got wheels to represent some wheels, and I think and stuff, so that's really nice, and the articulation on the arms are very nicely and free. We have got out and in movements with them, and bicep swivel. You can go out with it and bend at the elbow. If you have the forearm situated this way, we have elbow bend there as well, but because I situated this way, we have elbow joints there and wrist articulation here on both arms. Legs are pretty much forwards, back, out, like the Preceptor kick, in, rotation at the upper thigh, and foot pivot. And head has full rotation as well, but I don't like it. You can't really rotate it all the way. About that quick little intrusion. So yeah, he can hold his gun, so let's get him holding his gun. So what you want to do is just, I'm going to pose him so that he is ready for battle, and that he's not an old dog like people say he is. Ready to blast some Decepticons. So yeah, that was Kup. Yeah, there's not much about him. He has got some silver or some blue around here on the chest, and an Autobot logo that's very nicely done around the chest there. And it does resemble Kup very nicely as well, so that's another bonus. So yeah, so next figure, it's the Samurai of the Autobots, the one they call, who's inspired by the culture of samurai from Japan, the Big D, the Drifter. Drift. So yeah, so let's talk about Drift. So yeah, so here we have Drift in his vehicle mode, and he's a very, very nice vehicle mode. I don't know what he's meant to represent, but he has got nice red paints on the side. We have got the kanji for samurai on the door there, and because that is the kanji of samurai, because I've done an art project 2 years ago with that kanji, so I know the kanji. And a nice pattern there, a nice like red Japanese. He has got silver rims on both sides, and he has got nice translucent blue windows. Here's a comparison next to Blurr. All that's missing on him is an Autobot logo, whereas all the top part here is a straightforward white. This is a paint, and they're using the same paint material as in on, I think on Jazz. It feels like that, but the rims aren't painted. But I'll get more into the comparison when I do Blurr. But this is more about Drift. He has got his big samurai sword, and I will talk about that later. But all in all, I'm going to draw it now and just set it to the side, so we can start the transformation. I know, did I not mention he can roll very well as well? But let's just get on to the transformation. What I like to do to start off the transformation, I like to pop the doors off and rotate them down, and just fold out the little handles on the inside. A little surprise giveaway there, but there's a lot of reviews. And just bring them just around, don't do anything next. And then I like to then rotate the legs around. Mine's got really, really stiff joints, so you want to just fold them out so the back of the car and the spoiler becomes to the back, so the feet are incorporated to the front. And next, you want to just rotation there, and rotate them up so they literally become the feet. And then you could work on the guards, on the sheath guards if you want to, so that's what I'm doing now. And just fold in the window like so, and just incorporate them and work them down. Next you want to unpeg them, the front of the car, and then pull out the doors. And then just rotate the little bonnet hinges up to the front here, and just bring them down. There's a little tab here on the front of the car that will get pegged to this little hole here where my finger is. And here we have Drift in robot mode. Now we have Drift in robot mode. Drift in robot mode is very, very nicely detailed. We have got some orange here with some nice detailing around the legs. I like it. The way of the figure is very nicely done on how they incorporate the legs to also incorporate the back of the vehicle, as you could say, as the heel, as the proper heel, the robot. He's very poseable, and it's very nicely to see like joints like that. We have got in and out movements at the legs, so he can do the high, the ninja kick, and the preceptor. He can go forwards, back, out, in, and rotation at the knee, bends at the knee, and you could see pivots at the foot. Arms, go full 360 round, out and in, bend at 2 points at the elbow, rotation at the upper bicep, and rotation at the wrist. And head articulation as well. And also can go all the way round. And can go up and down. Yeah. He has got these little joints on the back. That can help him store his sword, but let's go on to the detail of the sword. Let him just show him the back off. Let's just go into the little detail on the little sword. As you can see, the sword has a very, very nice detail. Very, very nice detail. We've got Japanese kanji all the way down on both sides of the blade. That's a very, very nice. Very nicely done. And you can store the sword on the back here by just sliding it down to a point where it's like literally just the handle at the top, and just peg that in. And yeah, so he has got the drift sword. I haven't pegged it in properly, but he can hold it. He has also two little swords that are indicated in both sheaths and are like machete swords, like machetes, and that's a really, really nice big, small, big, bulky like daggers. That's really, really nice and cool. Well, but I'm going to be displaying him with his big sword, so I'm going to get him into a good samurai pose. And we have drift in pose. That I'm going to be displaying him as, but you need to be careful how this actually works because it is bendy. In a non-bendable pose, probably. I don't know. But yeah, so here we have him. There. So yeah, so we done Kup, we done drift, so we only have one left. The fast talker himself, the fast rider, the fast speeder. The name's Blurr. That's his name. Blurr. And yeah, so yeah, that's really much it for Blurr. No. Let's get on to the actual talking about Blurr. Okay, let's talk about Blurr. Okay, as you can see, he is a remold of the drift mold. We lose the big ass spoiler on the back there with a more sleek, fast spoiler, I think. We have got an Autobot logo on the top here, and he's blue with some dark blue on the bottom here, and some light blue on the top, and white paint going down as well. We have got red headlights on the back and black painted windows and black tinted windows of translucency on the sides and on the front. Really nice toy, and it's really nice. It's not here where we see him differentiate. It's here where we get to see the differences in robot mode. So let's start the transformation. And the rims aren't painted like on drifts. Yeah, so let's transform drift. So what you want to do is just unpeg the doors. Same again. This time you can just fold in the windows because these don't have sheaths or hilts of swords. So yeah, you can just fold in the windows when you bring them down. Next, you want to just peg the legs around, like so, and then bring the heel up like so, bring the foot up like so, and pretty much got them standing just like how drift's standard in this configuration. Next you want to just separate these two, and literally peg them there, lift this part up, slide it so it actually gets pushed in, slide there, rotate the shoulder pads around, but before we do that, we want the arms out, so rotate the arms out and around like so, get the arms out and around like so, and then same deal, peg on chest, peg in hole on proper chest to the front, manoeuvre the sheets down, and if you want, I always display them upside down when I transform them. Once he's in robot mode, I swap them back around so you can grab them quickly and be a speed shooter. Yeah, so this is Drift in robot mode, and let's get on to the differences now in robot mode. So here's Blurr in robot mode, sorry. Here we have Blurr's new head. It represents him mainly in G1. We have got the nice little top bit on there. And it's a completely redecoed mold. Yeah. They like reincorporate the head so it looks like Drift's, but it's not Drift's, but it's Blurr's. And it really works well, this new molded head, and it looks nice. We have got new details here to replace the Autobot symbols on Drift's shoulders, and we have got but Drift doesn't, because he has two Autobot shoulder symbols on his arms. Blurr loses them on his arms, but gains one big one in the middle. We have got this gold here painted in the crotch area here, not painted. We've got some red accents here painted, and the blue the feet are actually blue. We got pretty much the same colour we've seen in robot mode. These are designed like air vents or something, so he can actually move around very quickly and air goes through it, so it keeps his body system cool. I don't know, but that's one thing of the mass. But yeah, it's got the same articulation as Drift, so you got the arm rotation, you got the out and in and round movement, you got the leg forward and back movements, rotation, knee, foot, wrist, swivel, and head articulation. And that's pretty much Blurr. He does come with a much more thick plastic, but still bendy, but thicker plastic than the sword, rifle that I don't display Blurr with. I don't see him having this. This will slow him down, and Blurr isn't a slowing down person. So I have Preceptor holding this, and that's, I think, really that its attention to actually be for, because it looks like a Preceptor gun. Detail. So yeah, so I'm away. So yeah, so I oppose him with his two little handguns that come with this thing. So I give him these so he can be fast and quick and sleek. So yeah. So this was an AA haul review of 3 deluxes. I'll be doing 3 deluxes with each set of deluxes I have, and next I'll be doing the Seekers. What are the current Seekers? Because during Generations, like the classic slime, like the classics, we had a Starscream, a Skywalk, and a Ramjet. We had an Acid Storm just for them to use the mold again in Universe, but we had a similar storm function like in classics, but this time we had 2 Coneheads and a Seeker. So we will be seeing the other Seekers. So and I will be displaying them with their brethren. So yeah, so this has been a review of Kup. I will be getting the geared heads, so don't worry, I'll be reviewing them once I get them. Drift, Kup. No, Blurr. Yeah, Blurr. But for all of them, here's a size comparison. Here's Cyclonus. I think Kup's shorter. He's taller. And of course he'll be taller than Blurr. But yeah, so we have got a Jazzimus. So pretty much all we need is a proper decent triple changing Springer, then those two repaints. And then we could probably have all the movie, 1986 movie, new Autobots. Oh, and a decent Ultra Magnus as well, that's what the fans project was for. But anyway, so yeah, so this was the review of these three. And I'll see you next time with the Generation stickers that were released. See you next time. Check out TokuTF. That's where the best things are. Bye bye for now.